Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In this series, I would like to show you how a single frame is generated in your GPU. So let's go. Let's take a look what happens when a frame is generated in DayZ. Or in other words, how much the heck your GPU has to work for one single frame. First, all the 3D meshes are placed in the world. In the next step, a depth map for the shadows is calculated based on the 3D meshes. Now, all the 3D meshes are provided with textures and basic lighting. It is worth pausing the video at certain points. For example, you could just see the sky dome for a brief moment, or a few other fancy post-processing filters. In the upper left corner, you can see how long my GPU 4070 needs to render a frame. In the bottom left corner, you can see the event counter. Each event stands for an action that the GPU performs while processing one single frame. In this frame, two depth maps were created. One for the closer surroundings, and one for the distant surroundings. As you may notice, the camera perspective has changed. To calculate the depth map, the scene was shot from a bird's eye view. As far as I know, all the colors have to do with the lighting and how the different shaders are applied to the textures and the 3D meshes. The texture sets are loaded one after the other, independent of the 3D mesh. The 3D meshes are also rendered using the same method. More on this later. Which game do you want to see next? Leave a comment. Please keep in mind that not every game works. Especially older games cause problems. Finally, the particles are rendered. (49,319 events to the final frame. Now keep in mind that today's standard is around 60 frames per second. 49,319 times 60 equals 2,959,140 events per second. (15,029 events to the final frame. The 3D meshes are loaded based on their texture. For example, House A and House B have the same texture they are loaded into in one event. As soon as the roof of House B has a different texture, the roof is loaded into a second event. This also applies to the calculation of the depth maps. I must emphasize again at this point that this is a very simplified frame analysis. There is a lot more going on in the background. For more info on how the frame analysis works, I'll link a video from Nvidia down below. If you got this far in the video, then it's definitely worth a like and a subscription, right? Funny, the water still hasn't been rendered. Ah, there it is. $43,349 events to the final frame. To finish, let's take a look at the main menu. Do you see how the 3D meshes are loaded in different parts? The player character is also a good example. The character is loaded in different parts, not in one event. The background of the main menu is rendered like the other frames. Finally, the main menu UI is rendered. For those who are wondering, here are my graphics settings. Which game should I analyze next? Leave a comment. And thanks for watching.